Hello, my fellow peasants. Welcome back to the campaign, and I'm going to start this one off with a comment that came in from Inductive Grunt, who was saying that he's still watching all the videos, even if Bretonnia isn't his favorite, and wanted me to name a Grail Knight. I'm trying to type, my microphone's right in front of my keyboard, and I will willfully admit that spelling is not my strong suit, so yeah, you'll have to be patient with me, but Arthur's... Merry Band. So I guess we got a legend, or yeah, reference to the legend of King Arthur here. So we got Arthur's Merry Band now. Thank you, Inductive Grunt. Glad you're enjoying it. And then Mega Murray also came in and said, "Thank you, Air. Great, good video. Appreciate you." Anyway, let's get things started for this episode. I will continue to get to your comments. I'm laying in ambush for the Vampires of Musion. Alberic is ready to continue his push against the Druki, and boy do we ever have a push against them. They even took over some Dawe territory that we could snatch here too, and I will. So I'll try and snatch all of this as we go. I'm going to actually come out of this settlement. I'm going to enter into an encamp stance and push up closer to the Mine of the Bearded Skulls. We've taken a hold of the Colossus. I do have a good amount of money to spend. Let's do so on some defenses. And then otherwise, since there's no trade goods here, I'm going to go ahead and lay in a farm just to start making some income. You could also go for a growth building there. It's just kind of whatever floats your boat. I'm gonna keep just trying to push massive income at the moment. With the objective of basically just becoming so wealthy that we can start to curb stomp any enemy who stands in our way with stuff like Grail Knights, because Grail Knights are extraordinarily powerful now. I have to admit, I didn't much like Bretonnia before the most recent updates that they got from CA, and I mean, admittedly, I really do have fun with them in this campaign, so I think that other than just changing some of these old and boring skills like on Lewin and maybe some of the other legendary lords, to be more in line with the more modern characters. Honestly, Bretonnia feels good now. They could maybe use like a couple more units in their roster, but it's nothing dire in my opinion. Would it be nice? Would it help them be more in line with their factions? I think so. But otherwise, like, they've got good mechanics with the farms and the peasants and the chivalry. The extra bonuses they get, the upkeep decreases, it's all fun. Like, the way it plays is fun. I feel like that they've done a pretty good job on it overall, and I think if they would, like I said, just make those couple of small updates, then Bretonnia would be really pretty spectacular, I think, overall. Like I said, I'm happy with it. I think that they've made it significantly more fun. And the main reason I think it's more fun is because of the changes to Grail Knights, honestly. I think that they've just done a much better job making Grail Knights fun and dangerous and like satisfying, I guess. The Grail Guardians, Grail Knights, both of them. So yeah, I do think they're good. Let's see, defensive. At least Alethanar wants a defensive alliance. That can make sense. Let's do this. The more friends makes us look more powerful, hopefully. It could just end up dragging us into wars. We shall see. We do have a Greenskin Rebellion outside of Grung Zent, and they may make a move on this turn depending on how weak that garrison is. I would expect it's pretty weak because we just took it, so we may have to double back and retake it. Felman Ingerson, the famous Norskin, declaring war on us. I'm not surprised. Everybody's declaring war on us. So, Felman, you are late to the game, and none too impressive to boot. I'm going to actually go ahead and recruit a lord here. I'm going to need a lord sometime soon, and I feel like we might as well just get one and place him here. We've got plenty of money to pay for it. This one's even got a hippogriff, which will make it quite powerful. I'm going to reset the skills tree, because this is one that I took over in a confederation, probably. Is inspiring present. Oh, hang on, let me look at his vows real quick before I get too crazy. Yeah, he doesn't have his vows. So we're going to need to basically buff peasantry to begin with. We'll do Route Marcher because it's a good one, and we will probably have some cavalry at some point, even though we won't have them immediately. I may put some trebuchets in his army, though I have torn down most of my trebuchet buildings. You definitely want Blessings of the Lady. Basic training is good because of the vigor reduction. Missile resistance is good. It's a Bretonnia. Let's go ahead and just drop a couple of extra skills on him to make him more powerful there. And then I'm just going to drop a couple of peasant units into his army here just because I can. Like, I'll just drop 4 bows and some pole arms up in here with the money that I have in waiting, just to try and dissuade that Greenskin Rebellion. With that guy as the leader, we might be able to kick them back on the next turn if they go ahead and attack us before we can recruit, which I expect they very likely will. I'm going to actually attack this army. That'll pull all the vampires out of the settlement, and I can crush them here on open ground and then just waltz into the settlement. So let's take care of this, and I'll get to some comments while we're going. Hogarbla? Hoggerbla? I'm not really sure what that Hoggarbla, whatever it is. I enjoy watching this campaign, and it says much more than playing one of my own. You do really great commentary. Well, I appreciate it. Sometimes I don't feel like I do as good a commentary as you all deserve because I'm just getting older. I get more bogged down at work, and I get focused on a lot of things, and sometimes I feel like I'm missing my old self. But I'm glad you all enjoy it. I try and keep things fun and lively, and the occasional lame jokes and stuff like that to keep your ears bleeding so that you don't get too comfortable thinking that air can't do anything anymore. But no, appreciate you. Let's keep things going here. I'm gonna hide some of these cavalry units that are a little bit weak and make sure that I don't have to re-recruit them. It's gonna be my objective. I'll go ahead and drop that one in there too. And that'll leave me, I think, plenty of knights to get the job done, and I can pull those out of hiding should we decide we need to, and then I can go ahead and take Lewin's goon squad along with himself and start gooning up the vampires over on this side. In fact, I'm going to start the battle with a regrowth because we do have enough magic. Yeah, I've got a regrowth. Let's drop that right here on our paladin to get things cooking. And I'm going to come up here and smash down that Terrorgeist. Alright, so we've got that started. How long to reinforcements? About 44 seconds. Alright, so not long before reinforcements arrive. We'll deal with those as they come. And I'm going to split up and goon this Terrorgeist straight out of existence. Okay, here we go. This Terrorgeist has absolutely no prayer. It's going to get completely swamped. Queue up and drop the abilities, and here comes the full surround. That Terrorgeist is already utterly screwed, and that is going to be completely solidified at this point. I'm going to actually put a couple of units of squires just to hold, and then we'll do like this and get ready for those reinforcements. Okay, Terrorgeist is somehow still alive. That makes very little defense, unless there was a Nagash there, which there may have been. I don't have anything significant here on the ground other than a Morn Ghoul. We're going to just KO this vampire, the Necrarch Lord. I'm going to try and get my 2 Peg Knights out of there before they get stuck. We'll start gooning that Vampire Lord, and I'll use the Pegasus Knights to layer in on anybody who comes to save him. Alright, there we go. Quit running. Look at this stinking coward. Take your beatings. Take him like a skeleton man. Okay, oh, here comes another Terrorgeist. Is there 2 of them? Oh gosh, things are about to get real. We just got hit by Hex Wraiths. Alright, I was over there bragging and acting big, and meanwhile the other vampires were coming at me hard. I'm guessing that, yeah, Terrorgeist came after my 2 cavalry. That was a really bad mistake. I'm actually going to peel one of those cavalry out over into this fight and bring the charge in from the others. Alright, we've got them held. We need to keep our lady here at safe length. Alright, how are we doing? We gooning that guy yet or not? Yes, we did goon him. Alright, let's get out of there. We're just wasting our time with those. I'm going to bring my units back over here. And it's going to be important that we use... Oh, they got a Mortis engine. That is very bad. Yeah, I did not realize they had a Mortis engine over here. Bad news for air. Good news for Vamps. I'm gonna cycle this unit in and out. Alright, I should be able to counteract the Mortis engine a little bit with some heals here in just a second, and then I'm gonna absolutely dive bomb that thing with Lewin and my Paladin. And then I'm gonna get ready to follow up with my Pegasus Knights. Alright, so let's heal our units, keep them in this fight a little longer. Alright, I need Lewin to come in here with the Sword of Coron and drop a major debuff on these vampire scum. We're getting some good hits in, and I'm going to come down hard on it right here with all the Pegasus Knights and try and just totally bomb this thing on the charge. And of course that charge did very little damage, just bounced it around. But it is going down hard now, so the charge effect may be a little delayed there, but nonetheless effective. Alright, there comes another heal. The Mortis engine's gone. Vampires are going to be in very bad shape at this point. Pull my other units out of hiding. I would imagine if I can get Lewin out of here... Actually, let's fall back through our own troops here. Trying to keep an eye on my unit cards, make sure that no units get utterly destroyed. And I'm going to get my flyers in the air. We're going to come goon that Master Necromancer and put an end to this. Put the vampires out of their misery. Well, that's not going to really be needed. Drop some more heals in there. Get down here and get him. I think he's pinned against a wall. Our guys are having trouble charging him right now. The Master Necromancer is not on a horse, so the Pegasus Knights aren't going to score any bonus against him. But I don't imagine he's going to live long. He doesn't have any armor. It's amazing how well their army holds together, though, when they have a leader alive. But their leader's no longer... Well, did I say alive? Undead? Whatever you want to call it. He's no longer undead. And that's going to be the end of the vampires. That White King is going to crumble. And that's going to be a solid victory for Lewin. Let's get a couple more comments here on the way back in. Schindler's Fist says, always nice to see the Vamps and Edgelord Elves get beaten into the dirt. Well, then stick around because I'm sure we have more for you. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you. Maddie says, did you know Air's face once stopped a man's heart from 300 yards? Facts, folks, facts. It was actually 302 yards. So make sure you get the story straight there, Maddie. Appreciate you. Let's see. Vajislav says, been watching you since your Fall of the Samurai Saga campaign, man. That was a good one. I was never a fan of fantasy games, but your great commentary makes Warhammer 3 just as entertaining as the other Total War games. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. You know what? I still love Fall of the Samurai. In fact, Fall of the Samurai is just fantastic to this day. Does it have its little quirks? Yes, it does. The AI in the newer games is significantly better. But, I mean, I'm telling you, like, that was some good old time. I love it. It was just, that game was beautiful. The expansion was cool and fun. I just really liked it. They did a very good job of that game. The naval battles were utterly beautiful in that one too. There we go. Alright, so we took Blackstone Post and effectively just pounded a sharp wooden stake right through Kemmler's heart. And that is not going to be good for Mr. Gravelord over there. Let's see what we got here. Income from industry in the local region. Why? I don't need this building. Seems kind of pointless. So I'm going to tear that down. This building's good. It gives us extra recruitment capacity. So definitely nothing wrong with that. We're going to hold on to that. And I'm going to go ahead and put in a Grail Shrine and some defense here. And we'll go from actually... Is a Grail Shrine? Yeah, it does get rid of corruption. Let's do that. We're going to put in the Grail Shrine. our income is recovering quickly from where we put the new lord out there, so not much worry. The Museon vampires did not fall for my shenaniganry, so I'll try it again. First, if you don't succeed, try again. Is that something like that? If at first you don't succeed, try again. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I don't remember. Remembering's not my strong suit.
Protector of the realm.
Alright, Castle Baston. I am going to make a beeline for this vicinity. I want to get Montfort and Castle Baston under control before Durthu tries to get his barky mitts on it. And Alberic is ready to pounce on the edgelords, as they were appropriately named there in the comments. And let's get to another one here. One Rio Dream says, things are looking good. With your luck, a big stack will turn up behind your lines and ruin your point. Yeah, I know. That would be a perfect HeirofCarthage moment if it happened. Like, utterly perfect. Oh man, here we go. Let's throw that into Battle Pilgrims. That'd be kind of fun. And we'll go ahead and auto-resolve this. No need to wait. So Alberic's got the Mine of the Bearded Skulls. Picked up some iron to trade there too, so our income continuing to soar at the moment. I think we should consider building up this army as well. Oh yeah, the Dread Fleet's on our doorstep. And we might want to ward them off. This army is not much to be feared, but I'll push it up on offer here and at least maybe hope the Dread Fleet gets a little scared. They don't need to be, but I'll use it as a deterrent and maybe make, because sometimes the AI can be deterred. They might see this and be like, oh, I don't know, they got all like garrison and all that stuff. But to be honest, like, this army doesn't look bad. I should have started building the troops here faster. Do I have anything?
My reputation precedes me.
Nothing. Oh, okay, we do have the one horse archer we can put in there. Not a big ad, but, take what you can get. Alright, unassign skill points to one Alberic de Bordeleaux. Go with the Deadly Blade. Let's go with Deadly Blade. Anyway, yeah, thank you for the comment, One Rio. Appreciate you. And let's see here. It's got Sint says, don't forget Alberic's quest battles. That is a good point. We need to replenish him and get on it. Thank you for the reminder. I will attempt to get those done. I thought we'd already had, but I forgot that I had that done probably in my practice campaign and not on this one. So get myself blurred between the two. Let's see here. Dwellers Below is really good as far as busting up blobs. Another unassigned skill here for Lewin, who is busy just absolutely busting the vampires apart. And I love every minute of it. Alright, there we go. And our Paladin. We finished Woundmaker, or sorry, Scarred Veteran. We can work on Woundmaker. And Dwellers Below is definitely what we want to be able to open up. Like there against that vampire blob, Dwellers Below would have been extremely good. We did not have access to it, and it did definitely made things more difficult. I'm guessing this army, it may try and make a run on Lioness because its defenses are weak, but it's still walled, and I don't think they could attack immediately. They might be able to because of the Crypt Horrors. So I don't know. We'll see whether we can convince them to come and play ball. I'm going to go ahead and end the turn. We do have a little bit left that we can do, but we're about to have a rebellion at Lioness. I'm probably going to have to rebuild it. I have an army on the way, but I don't think it's going to get there on time. Anyway, more comments. Trantor says, when I grow up, I want to be a Grail Relic. Wait a minute. That's right. No one wants to be the skeleton being carried around by the peasants. And speaking of Grail Relic, we need to get one of those for Senshi. That was a request. Dermentia, good to hear from you here. He says, here's the thing about Bretonnia that I hate, almost as much as I hate Air's ugly mug. You need to micro so much for them to be effective, or otherwise you'll just end up killing all your knights. Yeah, micromanagement definitely makes them a significant degree better. I agree. I don't know if you have to be amazing at it once you get a good enough death stack, but yes, it definitely makes them considerably better. Those vampires just took my city right in front of my face, and also they're going to get a bunch of replenishment, like more than they would if they were a player. So what's going to be funny is that even though they were weak on the beginning of this turn, they will be too strong for that army to finish off.
Don't be done.
I don't know, though. They're pretty... Oh, it's all ethereal, though.
Valiant lord.
All I have is Awakening of the Wood for going after the ethereals, and this guy is
you know who I am?
low tier. Do battle pilgrims hit
My
with magic?
strength
They
and
do not.
wisdom are yours.
Yeah, that's not ideal for me. They are not really close to any other super easy targets.
Very well.
We could
If you
just,
insist.
I don't have any of my...
My reputation precedes me.
Yeah, I don't have any of my,
I go thither.
good recruiting around. Dadgummit. We could do this, though. I can pop over here. Oh, man, I was in a forced march.
Blessings of
And it
the
won't let me
lady be
switch.
upon you. Leaving.
Shoot.
The lady wills it.
Yeah, that was a mistake. Now I can't do any recruiting. Dang. Well, I prolonged that invasion by just being stupid on multiple
Lord
fronts.
of Bretonnia.
That was really not smart of me. This is gonna be an odd one. Like, I think I'm gonna try and swing up through the mountains real quick before the Druki can mount. Well, no, they've got a counterattack already on the way here.
It shall be so.
Let's go ahead and swing down this way where they can't see me and see if we can lure that counterattack towards us, and then we'll swing down to Thrice Cursed Peak. See if we can reach it. The Fey Enchantress. I'm gonna have to hit Musion, even though I would rather be making my way towards Lioness, but necessary step along the way. This is gonna undercut the Red Duke in the sense that he'll lose his settlement, and that, yeah, it's gonna cause him to start taking attrition if he wasn't already. Don't need this building. And we should probably go ahead and pay to upgrade Musion. This army should now be able to hold against the ever-growing savage orcs there.
I am the blood of Gilles.
What other settlements are left for Kimmler? Just Castle Artois.
Blessings of the lady be upon you.
I'm going to grab Castle Baston on this turn,
Moving out.
and then make for Castle Artois on the next turn. Okay,
Faith is my armor.
so Castle Baston now back under peasant control. And let's finish up Deadly Onslaught there. And then Lewin is gonna need to push here. The sooner we wrap up this fight, the sooner I can redirect Lewin as needed, and I think it will be needed because the Empire is going to be in a, I think, pretty desperate fight against the Fecundites and the other demons in Norska. So the sooner we can make sure we get to the Empire's aid, the better. Yeah, see, look at the Fecundites, and the Beastmen have already sieged Altdorf, so we're going to have to go bail out Karl the coming turns. I think he's got some territory to the east, but yeah, we're going to have to go bail out Karl and help him retake the Reichland. It'll be the Great Reichland bailout.
King Lewin Leoncoeur.
We got Karak Ziflin now too. Excellent, excellent, excellent stuff. And I think here I'll go ahead and put in a farm. Go ahead and improve our monetary standing.
Who wishes the grave?
Take care of these skills for the Fae. Regrowth would be good. Then let's take care of the skills here for our Damsel of Beast. Finish the Curse of Honor Air. I'm not really facing a lot of missile foes at the moment, but that could become handy depending on our circumstances. I'm gonna crank up the commandments here. That one won't last long. All right, let's get to some more of your comments, shall we?
Bretonnia. Come on now.
Let's see. Elaine says, I've been watching you on and off since Rome 2 Macedon. Dang, man. Those were some good times, too. Thank you for all the years of support. Non-aggression pact with Tsarina Katerin. Yes, please. All right. He says, never commented before. Well, thank you for taking the time to comment. Fort Insoluble and the All-Gun Empire was probably my favorite campaign you've done in any game. That one was memorable, to say the least, and I enjoyed the ever-loving crap out of that. That was so much fun. Those gun units were just... Was it insane? Yes. Was it a little bit overpowered? Yes. But was it entertaining? Absolutely. And boy, it was entertaining, because we had just massive stacks of chaos all over that map, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun. Yeah, that was definitely a good time. Alright, goodbye, Red Duke. I would say it was nice knowing you, but it wasn't. You smell like manure, and I hope that you go back to being dead. What do we call it, like, when you're like threatening to kill the undead? I don't even really know. Re-dead them? Make him dead? I don't know where we're going with this one. Arcane Conduit sounds good to me. I always love some Arcane Conduit. Blade Shield. Alright, so we freed Lioness from the clutches of the Red Duke, and we'll also be able to save it from this peasant rebellion of sorts there. Castle Artois is going to be beyond our reach on this turn. But let's move out here. I think if we move all the way up to Gisero, we can probably reach it on the next turn. And then Lewin can move down to Montfort. And we'll grab some more iron resource there to add to our trade.
By the light of the lady.
Well, we've expanded our territory pretty significantly on this episode. I'm pretty happy about it. Yes, indeed. Alright, so we have another large iron resource. We've got a full stack of greenskins that's going to be after us soon enough. They're raiding us. Understandably. That's interesting. We wouldn't have to pay any specific upkeep on the Royal Pegasus Knights. So we could definitely afford a couple of those. It would take a very long time to train them. I think I'm actually going to just maybe grab some foot squires. They'll be very expensive, but I can afford it at the moment. And let's grab some more troops in this army, which I should have been doing already, but I was too foolish to accomplish it. Oh, and I already stacked up my global recruiting pool, so the best thing for me to do is something like this. Just get something started there. I don't know if I can recruit a paladin anywhere near here. Yes, I can. Can I recruit them here? Yes, I can. Can I recruit them here? No, I can't. Alright, I knew that was going to end sooner or later. Alright. This is where we come from. Actually, this is closer, I think. Nope. Okay. So be it. Stoicism. Chivalry. Virtue of the Impetuous Knight. Missile resistance is pretty cool for a paladin, because they usually have to fly in behind enemy lines, so that is not a bad one. Speed is pretty cool, too, and 20% speed is no small amount. Let's try this one with the missile resist, and move him that direction. There we go. Building available. Improve our wine resources there at Bordeleaux. No one has finer wine.
The lady's chosen.
Okay. Research available. I think I was working towards all of these knight improvements over here. At least if I'm not, I should be. So let's get to work on that. Improve construction. Oh, right here. So I'd have to do improved construction before we can get over to these ones. I might do that here in a moment. Okay. We good? Did I move Alberic? I can't remember. Yes. No, we did not move him on this turn. And it looks like Druki did not continue in this direction. Oh, okay. The lizards took Thrice Cursed Peak. That's fine. I'll share that province with them. That's certainly not the worst thing that could happen to me. I'm actually going to tear down that and put a growth building in because of the unsuitable climate. End our turn here. See if I can get another comment. This one from Ransix. It says, Heir of Earwax, can we get some pikes, spears, or lance units called the Q-tips? I do have some pikes, so I think we can accommodate said request. Let me get to that one on the next turn. Thank you for the comment. Appreciate you watching. And Senshi says, Old Al had his tent set as he's steadying from a long day in the saddle. The chef's meal option showed no barbecue, the good strong tea. The thick sweat joined like mortar on his brow with the dirt from the trail. You'll find me and roast it and put it on the table or don't come back. Senshi needs some barbecue, folks. That's what I'm understanding. You know what? I need some barbecue too. Look, another war. If you can believe it. If you can believe it. I'm stacking them up like a deck of cards. Thank you, Senshi. Appreciate all your years of awesome support. We love you, our Prophet Bat. So please continue to come on back. Grung Zent. Yeah, all of these seem like auto-resolves to me, so if you guys are upset, then I apologize, but none of these feel like they're too worthy of a brawl at the moment.
Guardian. Very well.
And I'm going to go ahead and hit the copper landing with Alberic and round out this episode, an episode of a great number of gains here. Another one that's just not worth our time. So we picked up a ton of territory here. An absolute ton of territory. More ports. Things are looking quite good for Alberic de Bordeleaux. We get the Blessing of the Lady there too. I will try and take care of this army name here real quick, so let's get the Q-tips named, and then I gotta remind myself, or you all help me remember on the next one. If you go in the comments now and say, hey, in the next episode, make sure you do the quest battles, and I will make sure that we do those. So let's see here. There's the Q-tips. So we got them set so we can get some good ear hygiene started. And the Vampire Siege just out of necessity here because they didn't have any other option, being that they're at the end of their faction. And Musion is extinct. Just in time for me to ward off the armies of one Bellicor the Jerk Demon. They are on the way over to me because the High Elves can't seem to take care of business. So I will have to take care of them and this rebellious army on the next one, though we are well positioned to do so.
Insolence.
There's a rather large vampire force there now, too. But all of this is now under our control, and we should be able to keep it under control. So I'm going to rush Lewin off in this direction. We'll take some attrition, but it won't be that bad. We'll get together and make a run on the last hold of the vampires at Castle Artois, retake La Anguille, and basically solidify our hold on Bretonnia, except for where good old Durthu came out here and snagged a piece of the pie, but I guess we can tolerate that giant oak and his insane ways for just a little while. I will see you all in the next episode. HeirofCarthage signing out. See you then.